Hey, everybody. I am now on the headset. Hope you can hear me. Give me a sound check, please. Sound check, please. Sound check, please. Let me get a sound check. Hey to everybody out uh in the chat room. 137 Royal Air Force came in. That's OB2. And Aussie Tiger, I'm here. Renee Andrews, thanks for coming back. And Store 2012. Okay. And links have been passed out. People are trickling in. Joe is here. Hey, Joe,
Howdy.
do I sound okay?
You could use a little more volume, but just a wee bit.
Is it? I can do that. Are you sure it's not on your end? Am I not turned down on your end?
I didn't turn you down.
I mean, is your volume turned up?
My volume is at 50%, which is my normal setting. So
Um.
we're
Okay.
talking about less than 10% on your side. Okay.
Okay. I
There you
can't.
go. There you go.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Do I sound better?
Yeah.
It must have been
I don't know whether.
throughput because
Yeah.
I haven't changed anything yet. I was
Or maybe you're speaking just a little louder.
maybe I am, but let me okay. Let me make
Wonderful.
sure. We turn up just a little bit. Just a little bit, right? All right. Okay, so links are now passed around. Storm of Shadow, Lynn and Moon, Keith, if you want to come by, but he's on Spaced Out Radio. Can't blame him for not coming by. um. Okay, Joe, you and I have dealt with this topic a lot, hands on. We have both done little desktop experiments with forbidden technology. We've both done this. So, what do you think? Are we protected? Are we in prison? Oh, so sounds great. Okay. Are we being kept in check by advanced humans that don't want us monkeys getting out of our cages? Because that's just kind of what it seems like to me. Money is an easy go to answer. It is too easy. What do you think?
I think that we have to think about the concept that Uh, well, we were talking at one time in the light of Sumerian mythology, but the mythos of one god backing up mankind against the other gods was there is in many mythos, and
Hmm.
while the gods present great power and influence over the world and humanity, they're also subject to emotion and conflicts and dilemmas. What if there is an overriding God above them? And here
Hmm.
you've created human beings, you know, you've taken that monkey and giving him that extra stimulus. Uh, so he creates axons faster than the other competing monkey tribes. You have to remember what was it, Cro-Magnon and Neanderthal was also around.
Yep.
Okay. But what was different between us and them is that we developed axons in our brains many times faster than they did.
Hmm.
So, uh, they may feel some responsibility towards us. So, as a preservation, also, uh, as I said, as a potential barrier against the potential consequences of their actions, uh, they may fear repercussions from some being higher than them, and including uh, actions that they tried making human beings extinct.
Hmm.
And I think the motivations of these higher beings and maybe the aliens we're looking at now are open to maybe all three prospects at the same time, that we are being kept here because we are unique beings. We have a spark of divinity with, like in those axioms I was talking about, we have a spark of divinity within us that must be preserved. And heaven help us if we're given the big toys before we're ready for them. Because we've already played with a few big toys and look what we've come up with. Frustrating, isn't it?
Sorry about that. I was on. I didn't hear most of what you said, Joe. But welcome back to the quantum panel, Lynn.
Thank you. I was interested in what you were saying. I think you're absolutely right. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
we
starting
are
to think.
the only creatures in the universe at this time that probably are able to manipulate 0 point energy.
Hmm. And we know how to use it.
Hmm.
And also, I'm talking, and not 0 point, but I'm talking other technology. Just stuff we can. Joe and I literally whipped this stuff up in like 30 minutes. You know, this kind of thing. We whipped it up. I'm talking like, oh, look, here's some plastic. Here's a screwdriver. Here's some copper wire. Let's make a
Let's
thing.
play.
We've done it before. I mean, he
Oh,
did
I'm
it.
sure.
We've done
You
all this
know,
stuff before.
I watch Storm do it. He'll say, "I need this thing,"
Hmm.
and before I know it, he's constructed it. With things he has around the house most of the time. Once in a
Hmm.
while, he says, "I'm going over to the hardware store or the the pharmacy or what have you." But
Hmm. Dollar
yeah,
Tree.
he said, yeah,
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Oh yeah, Dollar Tree's a treasure trove.
Yeah, their magnets aren't the strongest, but they get the job done.
Well, it depends on what you're using it for.
If you need stronger magnets, go to Harbor Freight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Raven is in the chat. She'll be here soon, maybe. I don't know. It's we're wait on you. But she says, Nathan, explain to everyone what 0 point energy is, please. Okay. Now, as far as technology is concerned, we're talking about the science that brought up the ether. This is part of that, right? This kind of stuff, this is part of that. And I'm not sure that this is what's happening. This is the mercury, Joe. This is my little bit of mercury, the little tiny bit of mercury that's so darn
Boy,
exciting.
you should have taken my mercury when you were here.
I should
I
have.
had a I had a 5 pound.
Uh, well, this is,
What in the world? Five
what does this
pounds?
say?
It doesn't
Why?
take much volume to make 5 pounds
It
of
doesn't take
mercury.
much. This is super heavy right here. This is like a
Oh,
quarter of
I
a
know it
pound.
is. I know it's horrific.
This is,
So 0 point energy.
yeah, the ether, right? Grabbing energy from nowhere. It seems to be the ether. And
Well, let's borrow uh, Warren York's definition.
okay.
You take two um, signals that are harmonics of each other. Well, are the same frequency, but they were inverted. One's negative and one's positive. When they hit each other, they disappear. It doesn't go up in smoke, doesn't go up in heat. It just disappears. Where does it go? When they hit each other, they zero each other out. And yet there is a belief that there is a whole bunch of this zero energy sitting there waiting to be tapped.
Yep. And apparently it's true because these devices that are brought in on the Wi-Fi show, like I said, I didn't review that episode, but he covers a lot of it. Tesla was doing something. The tower that he had, the Tesla tower, that was getting it from somewhere. And yeah, where does it go? Because energy cannot be created or destroyed. I do believe that. That's why it seems like there's a pool of it
A
somewhere.
third dimension, a fifth dimension,
Not
if you
third.
will.
We're already
Fifth. There
touching
you
the
go.
fifth dimension.
Fifth dimension.
So we're already touching the fifth dimension. I think, there are supposed to be 11 dimensions that we have access to here. I think that's in the sixth dimension.
Okay. Well, and the things that he covers, right? Now, that's what 0 point energy is. 0 point energy, there is tons of stuff on the internet. I just tried to look up Warren York's thing. 10,000 pages, okay? Because I don't have his direct link anymore. Wish I'd have met him. But yeah, I never got a chance to meet him.
Well,
He has some interesting concepts.
Yeah, I heard about him for years. Every time Joe and I talk science, it was Warren York. And
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
blame him. I don't blame him at all.
Yeah,
well,
but you know how many people quote Oppenheimer or Einstein? York's among those.
Yep, he is. And he's one of the lesser known ones, unfortunately,
And I
because
believe
he didn't
he's
make the
passed
bomb.
from this realm, has he not?
He did.
Yeah.
And you remember Disaster Relief Bob.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of Einstein's favorite technicians.
Was he? I thought he was a little
Yes.
kid.
No, he wasn't a little kid at that time.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
don't
Okay.
know how. I know that Einstein lived well into his 80s,
Right.
Mhm.
possibly 90s. So
Yeah.
his work spanned what, 6 decades?
It's still spanning. It's not gone away yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to see some flakes come off of it, but
Right. He
Yeah,
got
but
us
those
on our
flakes
way.
come off to replace with something even more relevant.
Mhm. And okay, so have we described what power 0 point is in enough detail that it's energy that's there that is to be tapped, but you got to do a certain process to tap into it, like the mercury.
In
Like
technology you haven't touched the spirituality at
haven't
all.
touched the spirituality yet. I'm dragging our Keith in here by the words.
which is where
Go ahead.
Warren York contacted me.
Right. You know what, Joe? Why don't you tell
Spirituality.
us that story? Why don't you tell us that story right there?
Okay.
What's going on? What happened? Why did Warren York, a physicist, contact you again?
Because of 0 point energy, he thought that people that practice the craft were manipulating 0 point energy.
He was right.
So
Would you want to spell that out anymore, Joe? Because that's like kind of, I spun us up to this point, and you're like,
Yeah, and you kind of let us down.
you're
Tell
like,
a story.
bah, 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 bah.
okay, well, I knew Warren York when I was in service. He was one of those. At the time, he was a warrant officer when I met him, and we got to talking, and he said, "I'll remember you later on." And I'm going, "Okay, well, fine." So I got out of the service, and I was out of the service for several years, and had joined with Rose of Dragonfire and that. And one day we get this phone call from Warren York saying, "Hey, listen, come over to my house. I'm on the west side of the mountain right now. Live over there now. I want you to come and see some movies with me." And he showed me experiments that they had done on, oh great, the electron telescope, the microscope. He showed me a creature that they had seen in the electron microscope and how the creature didn't exist until they started thinking, we want to see a creature. The next thing you know,
it.
yeah. So he said, I want to know more about you guys. What are you guys doing? And he also showed me the pictures of Mars, the face on Mars before it was released
What
to the
year
public.
are you talking about?
What?
What year or years are you talking about?
Oh, I don't remember the years, but it was.
Well,
It
that
was just.
came out when I was pretty young, around 20 or so.
Yeah, that would be about right. I would have been about 30.
So in the 60s,
80 something.
80s, in the 80s, early 80s, you'd say?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I've been my mid-20s, should have been your 30s.
Okay, early 80s.
And we formed a friendship then. And then he handed me the scientific papers and says, you won't be able to understand these. And as I'm flipping through there, I'm reading them off to him, telling him exactly what I think of on each page. And, I noticed a math error and I pointed that out to him. We became fast friends from then on.
Somebody who spoke his language.
Right. Is that the sort of detail you want?
Yes. Thank you for that. That is good.
Yeah, and it does mesh both the scientific and the spiritual. We're finding as human beings that we can't have one without the other.
Yeah. And are manifesting these things, how events just kind of line up for us when we say, this is ours now. Events kind of just line up for us.
I've always said the universe's favorite answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be careful with that, because if you say you can't, you're right.
Yeah, right.
If you say you can, correct. You're right about that too.
Mm-hmm. And
so that's part of it. But manifesting is part of all Wicca spirituality, and some others too. I mean, we won't just claim that as ours alone, but it's something that Wiccans work with pretty strongly.
For
And
sure.
no, that doesn't make it demonic or satanic. I'm sorry, folks. We don't deal that way.
That
It's
is
neutral.
the propaganda. That's the propaganda that.
Yeah, it is. And
I
it's
was
been
talking
there for
about.
years, hundreds of years.
Yeah, you teach the monkeys the screwdrivers are evil. They're devil. You teach the monkeys that the screwdrivers are evil and bad for you, and not true, and bunk science.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and there's enough of us breaking away from that. They're really worried about it.
yep. And the guy in the white file said, if you deal with any of this stuff, be quiet about it. I literally had the other side come to me as directly as possible, saying, do work. The words were, work in the dark. And the person translated, Maria, it was Maria. She translated, don't be online with it. I'm like, okay. And I'm definitely not going to be patenting it. He said, the White Files dude said, Be quiet about it. Don't try to patent it. Don't try to change the world, because the world's going to change with or without you. And you
Well,
just let it out there. Open source it.
it's like I mentioned on your show earlier. You know, people who come up with innovative products, particularly those that will do away with fossil fuels, had better watch their back and watch it close, because they're targeted. And I know that from
Oh,
personal experience.
same. And I mean, when the other side comes to me, they gave me technical specifications. I was like, what? Some of it I still don't understand, but I got all my notes. But some of it I very much understood. Okay. And the person, Maria, describing it to me, it was a great example of, we put things into the context that we understand. She didn't
Mhm.
say high voltage insulators. She described there were bowls. I'll draw it now that I'm out of paper. Yeah, I ran out. This thing is full of the quantum pad is full, y'all.
Is it
Oh
all of them?
man, you
So
gotta go out and get more.
I gotta I'm manifesting it right now as we speak. But
Well, don't forget to manifest a pen while you're at
got that.
it.
But
Awesome.
what she
Ink,
described was,
ink would be nice.
Say
got it.
again?
Ink would be nice also in the pen.
Yeah, what she described was this. And this, it just screamed at me. He's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. That is a high voltage insulator. I don't know what's about the.
I bet she didn't know what she was talking
She
about
had
there.
no clue. She had no clue. And
But there you go. You know, people who are gifted, you know, seers or mediums and that sort of thing, are pulling out information from nowhere.
yep,
You know.
I'm doing the technical drawing that I will never forget. And it was a bowl.
And she had never seen such a thing in her life, I'll bet.
Mm-mm,
Wouldn't know what it was if she had seen it.
mm-mm.
You're talking about your Maria, of course.
Yep,
Yeah, no, she wouldn't know. No way.
she is not that type of person. And cryptic words like work in the dark, that's just,
Yeah, it
you know,
means.
that means work quietly. Don't tell people
Mhm.
about it. Be like a thief in the night, quiet and invisible. So this is a rough sketch, okay? It was a round bowl with a hole in the middle of it, with four things like on an ashtray where you set your cigarettes. You put them together, there are four lines coming out. She gave me colors, but I don't know what the colors mean in any kind of context. And there was a square in the middle. The square is a magnet. And I didn't write the square on here, but that's what she told me. That's what she described. Those are high voltage insulators made of
It's
ceramic.
also a high voltage memory cell.
Okay. What would you, why do you say memory cell?
Have you looked up the original wire memories?
Yeah. I bought the book from you. How to make computer memory, a computer an army TM training manual. How to it used rings and four little connections.
Wires, right?
Yeah, four little connections. I can't even draw that, you know? And it wasn't exactly, it was like a key ring, like a split key ring, right? But
Yeah,
it was,
you can do it with a key ring. You can do it with a square. You can do it with what
this
looks
had
like
a,
two opposite facing coils.
yeah, and yeah, and you have the things all over the place. I'm drawing it right now. I mean, this is the easiest one because I remember that, and oh, y'all, that made me that book made me real popular in the vintage computer people
Why would it do that?
because they're
Well, predates most of them.
yeah. The book I had was from 1963. That's it. That's it right there. And there's another way to do this where
Now
the
that I've
rings,
seen,
the
Now
rings
that's
and
a
are
I
bunch of
couldn't,
them together.
I don't necessarily remember why I've seen it.
yeah. And the other one, you know what it reminded me of? Chainmail.
Yeah,
Instead of wires, you have interlocking rings like that. That is,
right.
and it wasn't steel, it wasn't copper, it was a semiconductor. It was what was it, Joe?
Actually,
Magnesium?
no.
I don't remember. I don't
No.
remember.
The first time those wires got hot, boom.
Yeah,
No,
take a real short trip.
it was a ceramic.
They were okay. Okay. Semiconductor though.
Right.
Okay. And yeah. But she described that to me. I'm like, I know what you're describing. And what she described was that's going in the quantum pad, right? Into the archives right there. I have archives. Oh my god. Physical paper archives, all archives.
Someday somebody's gonna pay money for those, dude.
Going right into the archives. But yeah, that's the first joint.
Yeah, but what we were, discussing in the last show was, is this really more or less a zoo or a prison complex or something of that nature?
Yeah, and that suppressed technology is like the screwdriver you don't want the monkey to get.
Okay. And that, okay, you were drawing it on a large scale. But if you look up magnetic core memory, a chip, but if you look closely at the chip, it looks like chainmail.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's on Wikipedia that way too.
Yeah, I've got
We
a.
had we had a friend that made chainmail, and I was amazed at the involved process of it because it's put together as it's created ring by ring. It's almost a woven technique, and it's quite involved. There's very few actual seams in it. Just an interesting idea there.
Hmm. I'm bringing up, and guess what it looks like? Looks just like chainmail. Let me let me bring it to the surface because it's kind of you know yeah,
Yeah.
core memory, core
Now,
memory.
before it got down to IC chips, it was actually hand wired.
Mhm.
Little tiny little beads.
Okay, I will show the screen
So
now.
we've come so far, but we have so far to go.
Yep, there it
Yeah,
is.
there it is.
Looks like chainmail. Looks like how you make chainmail, and that makes
Exactly
me
like
think:
that.
did chainmail have a secret that no one knew about? Did,
Chainmail's been in creation for since about the what, Joe, about 500-600, maybe
Hmm.
even before.
yeah, well, we're finding out that knights in full body armor had those are Faraday cages. Why? And they're the lightning sword. That is a old school thing about why. I mean, I refer
Some of
back.
the old mythology, yeah.
Yeah, and it's less mythology and more forgotten uh, technology, forgotten technological application.
Thor's hammer.
Yep, yep. Thor's hammer, just all kinds of stuff. And this is one example, right?
You know,
So this is
Merlin's fabled wand,
mhm,
you know, but in the right hand, the hand that understands how to wield it, hey, absolutely unstoppable.
mhm. Let me see here. I'm gonna bring up another image, and this is more along um
this
Aussie
is very
Tiger says
close.
a lightning sword, also known as a lightsaber.
mhm.
And there's another example of lost life, old life memories. You know, George Lucas certainly had them. Oh, I'm trying to say Steven Spielberg was the producer, but George Lucas created. Am I thinking right, Nathan?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but
And
those
also
certainly were past life adventures.
or present life adventures.
Well, all time is now.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
All right,
But
let me get this
you
over
know, we don't know. You know, one of our questions here at home, we've looked at each other and said, "What in the heck did we do wrong to get thrown on this rock?" You know.
Here we go. These are ferrite cores with copper
Now,
wires.
right now, this is the 6 leads.
Mhm.
We're
This
looking
is
at the 4 leads before.
yeah, this is the one that they showed in that book from 1963.
And look at the Mandela in the background.
Mhm. Oh yeah. And so now this is some technology. So did chainmail have a hidden talent? Did chainmail do something that we are forgetting how to make it do? Because of its
Possibly.
It's a lost technology, and they were simply, well, my dad did this, I'm doing this.
yeah, I bet that this chainmail. Now, let me just bring up chainmail, right? I'm going to show the chainmail, and I'm going to see if I can find a nice close.
Well, and on the same idea, I mean, it's only been in the last 100 years or so that we have had cars more than, say, horses. Horses were still in use during World War II.
Mhm.
So, you know, uh, the farriers trade, that is, say, a blacksmith that shoes horses,
Mhm.
um, that's become very nearly a lost art. And yet, without that art, a horse is gonna go herding between the hooves growing in odd directions and splitting and kept picking up things that are going to harm him.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's these little lost arts we probably shouldn't let get lost because, you know, there's at some point we may actually need those arts again, whether it's to know how to spin, how to card wool and the rest of it, or
Mhm.
make a
Aussie Tiger
candle.
wants to go back to old horse and cart days. You know how much it takes to feed a horse?
Yeah. That's why I call them hay burners.
Yeah,
But,
that kind of looks
but
familiar to me, y'all.
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Kind of looks familiar to me. I don't know. 4 interlinking rings. What did we just talk about? What did I just show? So
Yeah.
maybe there was some form of chainmail that was being used to maybe go astral because, as
Or
we know,
maybe give superpower,
right,
you
Or
know, like
memories.
bionics.
or
Or
read minds.
Yeah.
right.
So here we go. All the quantum show figuring out chainmail is chainmail quantum. I think it is.
Well, a lot of things from the very early ages after the death of Christ became magical during the Dark Ages. We lost a lot of technology during the Dark Ages. We lost
Oh
all the
boy.
technology that was stored at Alexandria, except for a scant few items that were spirited away by uh yeah, can't think of it. Constantine.
Constantine?
Yeah, am I thinking right? Constantine.
I don't
If
know.
he really existed,
I think he did.
Constantine and Charlemagne,
Charlemagne. Yeah.
there's
Charlemagne, sure.
question whether that history existed. There's some people that say the Roman Catholic Church wanted to jump a few years, and so they made up some history.
Yeah, we have a lot of made up history. Storm 2012 in chat, by the way, a storm, when made of proper material, could conceivably generate a repulsion field. Shields up,
That
anyone?
makes a lot of sense. You've got a sword coming at you as hard as it can. A little bounce off wouldn't be a bad thing.
hmm A little bit of extra resistance
Hmm.
of the physical iron going against a maybe a copper iron polymer. I said polymer. It's not the
Well,
right word.
um, mixture. Can't think
Yeah,
of that either.
there's a word for it.
Yeah, I know.
Metal word. There's a word for the metal kind of stuff.
I should know that one actually.
Me
Can't
too.
think
I'm
of it off
still.
the top.
They made that diesel coffee yesterday. Oh man, I was.
Still flying from that
Yeah, well, no, but I'm still recovering from it. It's like alloy. That's the word. I knew it.
alloy. Yeah, tore you up, huh?
Thank you. It did. I thought. I mean, I thought I was drunk, but I was not. I was like,
Oh, you had too much
oh,
caffeine.
yeah, and
You
I didn't.
realize
I
50
didn't.
cups of coffee,
You
if
haven't
you
had
go
military coffee
beyond
for a
that,
while.
it's going beyond 50 cups, you're flirting with some serious physical repercussions.
Right, like heart attack, stroke,
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
aneurysm. Um,
Nothing to be concerned about.
all.
It's
Well, I'm kind of concerned.
Military coffee, man.
Yeah,
They ain't worried about it.
yeah,
this.
I did tell you about how I got in trouble in the military, didn't I?
A
Yeah,
couple
but you could
times.
tell it again.
Please do.
Okay, I was made the chief of the shop for the nighttime, and they told me that one of the duties was to clean the coffee pot and make coffee.
hmm
Well, I took one look at this coffee pot. It was one of those real tall, I don't know,
It's an urn.
40, 50, 60 cups. I don't know how many cups it was.
Yeah, they call them
I
silver.
I looked down in it, and there was this crust all over it.
Yeah, that's called seasoning. And you took that up?
So I threw it in the tricol tank.
Oh boy.
It
By
came
the
out of
way,
the
so everyone knows what a tricol tank is. It is it's illegal for us to use it. It's military only.
nowadays.
Yeah, and it strips everything off of metal, including
Yeah.
other kinds of metal if it ain't, because you can't use it in everything. I used something, I don't know what I was using, right? But I was using some kind of cleaner. It was super fumy, super very flammable, and we were cleaning parts.
PSH?
Huh?
That sounded like tricol.
I was and I never could find for use anywhere else. I was using it in the motor pool. We were supposed to
No.
clean our own parts to help the
Actually,
mechanics.
it is available. It is, I know, because I've used it. But I'll tell you what, you better use heavy duty nitro gloves rather.
Hey, listen, it took the stock of an M16 and made it go from black to gray.
Yep.
Anyway, I took that coffee pot out, and then I washed it with soap and water.
Hey, we got a
It's a
visitor,
20
Larry's ELLC Products. Larry's EI Products YouTube channel. Thanks for coming by, Larry.
Anyhow,
Good to see you, Larry.
Finish up. Go ahead.
I got that thing spotless. And then I followed their directions for making coffee because I don't drink coffee.
Right.
You're not Larry the cable guy, are you?
Just Larry? Are we
You said
supposed to
just
say
Larry.
just? Or just Larry? I'm not sure now.
Anyhow,
People want to confuse me all the time. Anyway.
Cool, Larry.
You
made the coffee.
cleaned the coffee pot like that?
Yeah, I made
And
the
you
coffee.
lived?
I made the coffee, and they came in the morning and said, "What's this, tea?"
Oh my God, you just ruined the immunizing properties of the thing and everything else.
And I said, I
I'll
followed
bet you were
directions.
pissed.
My second in command was told that he was making coffee from then on.
Apparently he's the one who knew how, huh?
He didn't believe in making everything spotless.
Oh, that was always my job. Wherever I went, it ended up being my job. But then I make good coffee.
Happy birthday, Larry.
Yeah, ain't funny, eh?
Welcome to the Quantum Show.
Yeah,
you
I
mean
knew I
Handler?
heard a van pulling up in from
Yeah, sure is.
over here.
Don't you mean Handler?
Of our place.
I knew I heard a weird car pulling up.
Yeah, a black truck sitting in front of our place all afternoon. SUV.
That was mine.
Mine, you dumb blondie.
You've been found out. You've been found out. You've been found out, Joe. You're a plant. You're a plant.
I know.
Yeah, well, sort of, but I'll admit to somewhat. But I'm also here to back up Nathan. So, in the choice of loyalties, I'll back up Nathan.
There you go.
Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah, me too. Oh,
Happy birthday, Larry.
He's playing along. Happy birthday. Yeah. Yeah, happy birthday. Don't miss.
Hey, I thought your birthday was on the 1st.
Oh, hey, Raven has joined the show.
Raven!
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
I'm as mean as ever.
God, you don't want
Plug
any.
my headphones in. Let me see if I can get this right here. I forgot to plug them in. There we go. Oh shit! Oh no, I forgot. I gotta mute this thing here. Ah! There we go. Now I got it muted. Oh, cat just.
Got your headphones?
Yeah, I got my headphones in. Does that sound okay?
Okay. No,
Click, click.
you're spotty. You're crackly. What device are you using?
The phone.
I bet that's it. Are you on Wi-Fi?
I assume so.
Well,
Or using a cell phone.
You kind of have to be if you're on the cell phone.
No.
I'm on
There's
a
two
cell phone
choices.
connection. Here we go. Go to your cell phone. Swipe down from the top. See that
Into
symbol on the top right
Okay.
or the top left, whatever.
Yeah,
The other
it's
side.
green.
This one. turn it off
Okay, turn off the Wi-Fi.
on your phone and let yourself do
Okay.
mobile data. You have unlimited data plan?
I think so. Okay, so there's like a Wi-Fi symbol and then the Wi-Fi symbol with a telephone. It's the one with the telephone.
Okay.
Should I watch?
You're looking for that one,
Okay.
right?
Okay, cool.
Not
Yeah.
I don't know what phone symbol you're talking about. You're looking for this one right there. Just tap it, turn it off, and go to mobile data. You're frozen. You're switching networks. It's okay. Keep going. Just wait for it. It'll catch up. Mine does this all the time. She's switching networks, so it's literally paused her stream. Okay?
Will she have to go out and come back in?
Maybe. You may have to go out and come back in. Oh, Larry just outed himself again. T-Mobile has great deals. I'm
Oh
joking.
man, you're
I'm
not
joking.
supposed to be. So don't spam us, dude.
No, he's not spamming. He's not spamming. No, he's Big Brother watching out. I'm joking. Larry is not a spook. Larry is just Larry. Yeah, Raven, I go out and come back in again, but keep your Wi-Fi off. I'm going to go ahead and take you out of the show for now. And yeah, I was just carrying. Oh, you're back.
Here
No,
she
I
Raven?
was
goes.
just trying to go off. I'm on now.
Are
I'm
you
on now?
on? You're on right now. Yeah.
Okay. Does it sound okay?
No, still no. I think it's your phone. I think it's just your phone. I think it's just your phone. You got
It's
your headphones in,
serviceable.
right? You have your headphones in, yes?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Wait a minute. Do this. You know what? It's your headphone connector. Are you on USB headphones? Or you got not USB headphones?
A wire. Do you have a
No,
wire?
it goes into the phone. It's the ones that you sent me.
Okay,
That
I
might
don't
be what we're
remember.
listening
Does
to.
it go in the bottom or does it go
Yeah.
in the top?
Goes in the bottom of the phone. It's
Goes
a
in
little
the bottom?
small thing. About the same size as my charger. Little tiny thing.
USB. That's USB.
USB-C.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, you might want to
the
wiggle that
USB is
around
like
a little bit.
bigger. Okay.
No. They're all USB, believe it or not. Universal, right? Yeah, right. Looks like that. Is that not bent?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Do this.
Okay.
Just wiggle it. And then don't touch it. Don't
Okay.
unplug it, but just wiggle it and don't
Okay.
touch it. Right? That is a
Any better?
bad audio connection. You have a bad audio connection. Go ahead and talk to me.
Okay.
Keep going.
Anything better?
It's a little bit
Shake
better.
it again.
Hello?
Do that again. Do that again. Do that again.
Okay.
Do it again.
Okay.
Just wiggle it
Nice.
in
We hear
the jack.
we hear it getting better, and then it gets worse again.
These buttons on here.
You know, after so many times of using those things, they do tend to get loose and wear out.
Right,
Hi,
They
do
Samantha
wear
the
out.
cat, Hurlong. Tim Stafford, of course. Aussie Tiger. Larry's Products.
Hey, we got Samantha the cat back.
Boy,
I
oh
didn't
boy.
mean to run Larry off. I'm sorry, Larry. Larry, you're welcome back to come to the Quantum Show anytime. I think he said good night as in bye. Sorry, Larry. If anybody knows Larry's channel, go tell him I was just joking around. I mean, we're in the black section of stuff right now, so everybody who comes in is a potential suspect.
Yeah.
Hit like and subscribe, Larry. You're here, you're Quantum. So, Raven, give us another sound check.
No, I saw Diane Boss.
I have a cat trying to eat these headphones. Get down.
There you go.
That could
That's
also
what's
do
wrong
it.
with them.
Kelly Lewis.
Yeah.
Is there any
Hi,
is
Kelly.
there any damage? Is there any
Renee
damage along the wire?
Andrews.
There's just a few teeth marks, but not penetrating.
Yeah,
all the way
that's all it
through.
takes.
Did it?
Oh,
That's
geez, I'll
it.
do it.
That's it. Teeth marks.
Oh.
No wonder you don't have Cook Kitty.
No, not at those voltages.
No,
You're
the
less than 5
USP.
volts.
Yeah, it's tiny amperage.
All right, let me take this off.
I can make it bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you guys. Okay, can you hear me? Okay.
We're
Can hear
It's
you.
yeah,
It's a little
serviceable.
bit weird.
we can deal with it. Yeah, it's okay. You're crackly, but not so bad. So yeah, talking suppressed technology because the Wi-Fi is leading the way. The one mainstream show that I look at who's not mainstream, he's fringe just like us. It's just that we're a lot more fringe than the Wi-Files. we're
Right.
Wi-Fi,
The
though,
tippy toes.
I mean, that show took off like wildfire. And if you look under Hecklefish, you'll see something about CIA. Something about CIA. Is it like the title of the book on the outside?
yeah.
And they go through everything, and then at the end, they totally debunk everything. And I think the whole thing is a psyop. I think that
Well-
is exactly what they want everyone to believe. And they've got this AJ pretending to be this really cool dude who's, like one of us that delve into the woo woo, and then he just totally flatlines it at the end, just erases everything.
He doesn't
He does
totally,
that.
because sometimes he just throws up questions like,
Well,
which is
yeah,
right.
okay, a couple of them he has done that. Yeah, okay, I stand corrected. But it's like the whole show is probably what they want us to think, and they're putting it out there, kind of like how the FBI would do Hollywood.
Yeah,
And
but
they're
he
showing
questions.
Well,
people-
what better thing to have than the show is supposed to just close it all and just part of the machine.
Yeah, and then debunk
Yeah.
it at the end.
Project Blue
Right.
Book.
Yeah, I think the whole thing's a psyop.
Well, probably.
Is the only problem is he's opening people's eyes to go check those out for themselves.
Yeah, if they do, but a lot
Sorry,
of people
we
are
sort
too
of
lazy
got
to
a
do
double
that.
cross. I'm sorry.
And something else I've noticed with Google, in that they're burying a lot of stuff, and the narrative they want you to believe, that's where your first 2 pages of stuff will come up on Google. You got to start digging.
I
They
saw that
rewrote
one.
some stuff.
I
And
saw that one.
You saw that? Yeah.
I saw that one. I can actually do it right now and show you. It's the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
Let's say
Same stuff with different spin. Is that what you
no,
mean?
same stuff exactly,
Word for word, just like the TV announcers.
Yep. Narrative. They're all following a narrative.
Yep, and I'm going to show. Let's demonstrate that right now, right? I'm going to try and
You
demonstrate.
got
I don't.
Project Looking Glass, and you'll get all kinds of stupid stuff, and not Project Looking Glass, the government Project Looking Glass.
Okay, now I'm going to go to page. This is page 1, right? I'm just going to. Okay, we got Reddit, Instagram, Dakhour, Wikipedia. Page 2. Well, let me see page 2. Oh, wait.
What is
Come
it
on.
you're searching for?
Whoop. I thought you skipped one about Mercury and 0-point energy there.
Oh, okay.
Mercury-free energy, right? Mercury-free energy. It is pertinent, right? Reddit. Anyone have spare mercury? Good luck.
Hi, Patrick.
And then Mercury. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I'm scrolling on a page. Free power days, Mercury and Z. That's, I don't know. I don't know what these. Okay. Well, they did away with the page numbers, looks like. But there's
So
a
you
lot
have
of
no
stuff.
idea how far you've traveled in the middle of that nowhere land.
Yeah. So it could be repeating, but I'm not going to spend that much time on it. So stop sharing that. Close this tab. And I did see that video that you're talking about where it was the same stuff, page after page after page. But I didn't see any page numbers to click to. It was just a continuous scroll. So I don't know. Like the thing used to be,
We're doing that in the news feeds, where
yeah.
it's this exact same article from a half a dozen different
Oh, I can do that.
news outlets.
I can show that video. That's an open source
Oh,
video.
that's easy. You can just go straight to a news outlet and see it.
Yeah, but I can
No?
show the comparison video where people did that.
Well, if you try, if you put in that you want to see everything they got on, so we'll say somebody's hush money
How about
trial.
PBS?
Them,
How about PBS? We could do PBS. Let me make sure this is the right one.
would-
I'll just share the link because this is a long video. It's 4 minutes, and I don't want
well, we're not getting paid for that.
it. It's PBS, so it's PBS. It's okay, PBS.
Right?
And I
They're
will
not
put,
getting paid either.
nope. I'll put this link in the description too when I'm done. Okay, and let me just get here.
Yeah, if you're interested in it, there it is.
Yep. Let me see. I'm saving notes behind the scenes.
Oh, Raven is changing. Oh, no, never mind. She's back.
I'm right here.
I thought you were doing the shape shifting bit.
Well, she did there for a second. I would swear we were looking at werewolves or something.
It was a cat with a long face.
Yeah, that's Gabriel. Okay.
Right name.
How much? Who's got 69% on it? Hi.
Oh, y'all, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Watch for ghosts.
Okay. But maybe I would try to try this tablet and see if the sound is any better. This
All
tablet
right.
is,
Oh, this is very possible.
I don't know whether that microphone is any good. You might be able to get by with the microphone on the phone and just an earphone.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
when I tried this, I tested this out earlier in the week, and they complained that it was the same as what they said, it was choppy and kind of staticky.
You know what?
Was it using the same microphone?
No, they said that about this, about the tablet.
Yeah, but
And,
was it using the same microphone?
No,
No.
I'm just using the device one.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can try that, and then you can try that microphone in it, because I have charge cables that won't work with one phone, but will work with another, even though they're both USB-C charge cables.
Yeah, they're supposed to both work the same way, but they don't necessarily.
I haven't even pressed on anything, and I can hear you talking in this tablet
Excellent.
with like a 2 or 3 second delay. Yeah, it's more like a 5-second delay. Oh, this is weird. Okay,
That's
okay.
probably
Here.
because you have another device going.
Okay, now let me try this right here. There. Now.
Now she froze again, but it'll be a second or two before she's back.
Right.
I don't know whether it'll take Nathan to get her back on or not. Nathan, we froze Raven. Oh, never
She
mind.
just doesn't have his earphones on yet.
Here
Okay,
we go.
no
We
ghosts.
froze Raven.
Oh, yeah, that's.
She switched devices. Let's see if it works.
Oh, yeah, she got a new tablet.
Right. Right. That's what she's switching to. See if we can straighten up the sound a little bit.
Okay, well, I am going to go tell Larry no hard feelings.
No,
Before
we
you
were
come
kidding
back.
around. I was just kidding.
Whenever we talk about
Like,
Black Ops,
Don't be spamming our show, man.
he was everyone. When we go Black Ops, everyone's a suspect.
Oh
Even
yeah.
Raven's cat is a spy.
That much we know.
Yeah. Neutered years ago and got a better package than most. Well, you got to keep it somewhere.
Bella's about ready to kill a big dog.
Got her work cut out for her with that one. Come here, Monty.
Okay. This is so.
Come here, Monty. Show him what a pretty white dog looks like.
Did someone come in?
Ah, there's a picture of Raven.
We have two ravens.
Say hi. Oh, he saw the camera and said he didn't want any.
Nope.
Raven, you have two pictures up. You have two
Devices
lines.
open.
Okay. I'm going to remove the other
Well,
one.
actually, I've got 3. And I don't know what happened.
Okay.
It's a beautiful
This
echo.
on
I
my
like that
tablet.
echo.
I was trying to switch. I got this on
Better.
the phone, and then I've got it muted on
Better.
the laptop.
You're perfect.
It's good.
It's perfect. Don't mess with it.
But what's that echo in the background? What speaker you got playing? Stop that one.
Which one do I mute?
The
Okay,
one that's
you're
really
looking
late.
at
Just
off
whatever's-
camera. What are you looking at off camera? Whatever a speaker playing in the that you're hearing, turn that one off and go with this one. Go with this one, the one you're on right now. Turn that one off. Turn this one on. Close your
Leave
app.
your phone out.
Close your app on that tablet because your mic is muted. Yeah.
Okay,
Hello.
so turn it off on the tablet.
Yeah,
right.
you're
And
perfect.
you sound good.
You sound perfect. You're like
Turn off the tablet,
100%.
okay.
What they say, 5 by 5. So turn the tablet off.
How do I turn this damn thing off? Okay, I'm trying to figure out how the hell to do that. Here,
Hit the home button.
Here.
It's an Android tablet, right?
there, power off.
No, just home button.
Okay, there.
It's an
Okay,
Android
tablet is
tablet.
off.
It's an
Perfect.
Android tablet.
It's
I
okay.
can't hear
It's
you
off.
guys.
It's off. It's working. Okay.
And you sound good.
I
You
can't
sound
hear you guys
perfect.
at all.
What are you using?
Turn up the volume on the cell
Why
phone.
can't I hear you guys though? I could hear you guys before. I can hear you guys
Turn her
fine,
up.
and then
Hmm.
Don't have her
I
do
didn't
it.
even touch the phone, and now there's nothing. What the hell? What the fucking hell? It's so ridiculous.
Hello,
God
hello.
damn it. It's stressing me out. What the fuck?
Yep, this happens on the Quantum Show, guys.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
quantum. Hello. No?
can't hear anything.
Mute.
Nothing.
Turn it off.
Now we can hear her, but she can't hear us.
Here.
Lovely.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. What? Am I on? I'm on. Okay.
Are you on?
I'm
Yeah.
I'm on. I found Larry's products channel and I'm gonna subscribe. Good faith. We called him a spammer, and I wasn't calling him a spammer. I was calling him
No.
a psi operative.
No, I told him not to spam the channel.
Yeah. Oh, look. On his channel, Ancient Astrological Calendar Simplified. I knew he was quantum. I knew he was
You
quantum.
can't find us if you're not. Anyhow, we were kidding and teasing him, and I don't think he understood that. Hey, Storm, may I have water, please?
Sorry for the dead
Thank
air,
you.
y'all.
Y'all?
All y'all, or just part of your all, or
Come
a whole
on.
bunch of you?
Add a comment.
I think it was overload. Actually, she had at least two devices on, and they probably were overlapping each other.
Hmm.
How's Alien Girl?
She is good. She has been super busy. She has been doing not so much Black Ops work, but Black Ops work. And she's been covering a whole lot of stuff. Her latest shows are, let me get her
Right.
on here.
Yeah, Raven's got a note up here on chat.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure it's plugged in too, Raven.
It may be that earphone has finally
Hold on.
died.
Yeah, it might.
It's
It
had
might be no good anymore.
It's trying to die.
But whatever device she was using, however she was using it, she sounded perfect. No crackling at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna plug Alien Girl's channel because we're talking about aliens anyway. Let me
Right?
go ahead and
You probably ought to plug Larry's too, because now
I
he's
will.
mad at us. Yeah.
He thinks that I left a comment. I'm not messing with. I'm not accusing. He has ancient. He's quantum, totally quantum. There we go. Let's go see what Amy's been up to. Nikki.
Yeah, I'm the one that usually chases people away.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
this was a good one. That Grush Alien Showdown. They're all good ones, right? They're all good ones. And she does shorts and everything. Her shorts are fun. She is the fun. She makes ufology fun. Okay. We're not. I mean, we are like on the deep, serious side of stuff. She makes it
Thank
fun.
you.
She's got the music. Yep. Heck yeah. She's got the music. She's got the lights. She's got the boom, chicka, boom, 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 boom. You get the beats going on.
That sounded like something down Dyer Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Here we go. Nick Pope talking about Black Knight, talking about the UFO Twitter documentary she's working on, which is awesome. And Sasquatch, Tim Burchett, Jaime Maussan. These are going back months ago though. But her latest show, Experiencer Lounge Andrew, that was good. I highly recommend everyone here go see Amy, go watch her videos and leave a comment because she's the fun side of this stuff. Okay.
Trying
we get
again.
into
All right.
a lot into the more
Mature.
serious stuff ourselves.
Yeah, we do. But I really am glad that we have someone like Amy out there who's doing things fun. Makes it super fun. Like on a level a lot of people can relate to. You know, we get I get low numbers in this stuff because well, a lot of people can't relate to it. And I understand that. I get it. But Amy makes it relatable. She really does. She's great at what she does. She's a very engaging, easy to listen to person. Her voice sounds great. I got all my dead air, but I like Amy's dead air better for some reason.
She makes better coffee.
Well, she makes a whole lot of it. I don't know. I've never had her coffee.
So she makes
But
better coffee cups.
The cups.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I'm thinking about. You see me using this mason jar cup. I'm like, you know what? I ought to stick to my roots. Everybody's got ceramic coffee cups. Quantum Show's going to get a mason jar from Tennessee. A mason jar from Tennessee because it does good hot or cold. I might even have one with a wrapped handle. I don't know, but like this is Old Red, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It only makes sense. I didn't even know what this thing said, right? But I didn't even know what that thing said. I just saw
Oh
a
my
dog on it.
goodness.
I was like, oh, it's cute. Okay, but yeah, sorry, I was looking at my phone again.
Yeah, just for me, it's a giant size. Way giant size.
Yeah, and these things are made locally. I can make these locally. We all know Panda Express is a psyop. Perfect. It's perfect. Panda Express psyop. No, but
Hey,
okay.
all I did is stop the truck out in the middle of the street, and somebody sent out some Panda Express to me, and I don't know what that was about.
I ought to do that when I get hungry at lunchtime. Sometimes I just ought to just sit. I need a van like that. I was actually thinking about picking up a minivan, a white unmarked minivan.
I have.
Well, what are you trying to do? You just park in front of school and you are in deep kimchi.
I have a 2007 Toyota Forerunner, black.
I told you there was a black car sitting in front of my place.
Yeah, I might just deck this thing out like with the antennas and wires and go all prop master on it. Make it look like I've got some serious hardware going on, like
Hey, let's
make it look like a space shuttle.
No, let's get a couple nice tubes and put some fins on them and a nose cone on them. And put that on top.
But make it look like an observation. I got satellite dishes sitting around the neighborhood all over. I can put one on there.
Some idiot will think you're the Oscar Mayer Weenie Van.
But I was actually thinking about getting this minivan that's been outfitted for cargo, but it's got all the glass in it. So it's just had custom metal plating put in the floorboards, and it's been derelict for 3 years. I'm thinking about making an offer.
Sounds
but
like
once
I think what you could do
how's the engine?
You like to make your road trips. You wouldn't have to take a motel or any of that.
I mean,
have a place to stay.
There's all kinds of reasons to get it, but I have one good reason not to get it right now, and that's like I have 3 cars right now. I cannot believe I own 3 cars that are registered and current. I cannot believe it. The one is not on the road, but it potentially is. But I'm not going to get another car until one of these goes away. It's probably going to be the 91. It needs to go to Lane Motor Museum. That's a place here. It's Lane Motor Museum. Lots of vintage cars, and this thing, being 30 years old, qualifies as classic. So, but that's car talk, and I'm waiting on parts to get it working, and it still needs a CV joint. Still got some New World problems.
Oh,
and it's okay. It'll be fine. But I'm not picking up another vehicle until one of these goes away. But that one's got potential for me. That white minivan. And it's a service van. It's not a panel van.
Or if
It
you
has-
can find an old Volkswagen VW bus.
Can't find them nowhere. If I find them, they're rusted to nothing.
Oh,
Because-
well, you need to
You
come to El
come
Paso
down
then.
here. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna
They're
let's
sandblasted here.
let's take it back around on topic, right?
Sure.
Because we have gone totally. Now we're in car talk, and
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
I think we got lost with Raven.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. But yeah, suppressed technology and what I was talking about, and Raven was saying that hey nerd, welcome back. Raven was saying that she thinks that the AJ dude from that web show is a
Mhm.
psyop. He has the greatest production
He's got a bunch of technical writers in his staff. You know that.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think AJ himself is trying to mislead anyone, but just like everyone who's a psyop, he's maneuvered into position. If they didn't want it out there, he wouldn't get it out. So now they're steering him. You know what I mean? He doesn't think they're steering him. They're steering him because I have a feeling AJ has a little quantum link going on, and he's drawing off that to get his I mean, I do the same thing. I just don't have a big fancy show with an animated fish, but I have my own little versions of trolls running around here, you know.
Yeah, we got Brocklander with us.
Hey, Brocklander.
Bronklander.
Hey,
Welcome back. I was just talking about how I troll myself with my robots because I'm actually literally comparing this show to Y-Files. How he's got some kind of quantum leg up, just like we do, except he uses an animated fish to troll himself, and I use a robot.
I guess a gag is a gag, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
or gimmick.
we can get you a sock puppet.
I can do that. I can make a sock puppet,
No.
but I've got
And we can have it sing
I've got
a
a
song that never ends.
I've got my own Statler and Waldorf version. They're action figures. One's Doc and one's Noob, and they heckle me. I heckle me, but yeah, they're around here somewhere. I haven't messed with the toys in a while, but they're my Statler and Waldorf. Hey, you need a writer.
You. I really do. Yeah.
Hey, this guy needs a writer and maybe a director too. The captions are on the wrong side. Do you not know how to make a web show? I've done that to myself on Facebook.
Oh boy. But with that particular subject, you know, it's usually a completely innocent person, maybe one that's not particularly worldly wise, that you know, oh, this looks like a really great deal. It looks like a fabulous thing. I want that, you know. And all you got to do is just one little thing for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before they know it, they're in up to their eyeballs and no way out. And that, unfortunately, is becoming more and more the song. DC is absolutely pro at it.
Mm-hmm. And just thinking about, well, I'm still wandering. I think I want to get some more coffee, but whatever. I'm gonna chill out because I'm out of ice and I'm drinking iced coffee. Anyway,
Well, he may not have made a deal until, you know, until, like I said, suddenly it wasn't all sunshine and roses.
are you
I
talking
did
about?
you a favor for a favor. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Brunklander's saying White Files has a massive audience. I often wonder if it's organic or if he's made a deal to say some things that throw people off. I don't think he's made any deals. I think he is being led, right? He's being driven, guided along this way. Okay. I think he's being allowed to continue because he has excellent production values, and they wouldn't let him talk about this if they didn't want him to. So I don't know if he is you know what I mean? Like our
Yeah.
show doesn't get out there, doesn't get put out because they don't want people hearing this. And it's only who you know is getting the Quantum Show, getting it pushed around. Like, okay, I put this out on Twitter. The normal Twitter people didn't come out because it's suppressed technology, I think. When I put it on Twitter, I get lots of views, lots of comments. They haven't come in. Lynn, we all good?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and
I have it unplugged.
oh, okay. Well, Raven is trying to come back in. Let's see. He's being allowed to continue because he has. I can hear myself talking, Raven. And
Okay, here. I know. Here, hold on.
Beautiful.
talk about
Hold on.
talking this.
I gotta mute this.
They didn't want
Here,
him to.
here.
So I don't know if he is a whatever is speaking. Turn that off.
I just taking me a minute to there. Okay. There.
Okay.
Okay. Got it?
Beautiful.
Yes. Now I had to turn you down a little bit, just so you know. You're
Yeah,
super
I
loud.
don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you are
Yes.
beautiful. 5x5. What do they call it? 5x5. You're 5x5 perfect.
I think she's maybe even exceeds that and is 5x9.
Okay. And it
Oh,
rotated
what?
perfect. So you may want to
No,
back
it's blank. It's
blank on
totally
your
blank
side.
on my side. Yeah,
Now you're
totally
frozen.
blank.
Well, go back to
Oh.
portrait. It's okay.
It's totally black. Oh, for fuck's sake. God, this damn thing. I just have a fit.
Now we can hear you though.
You sound
All I
good.
can do-
You sound great.
There's no picture on this damn stupid thing.
Hit the home button. Just hit the home button. Go out and come back in and stay vertical.
There's not even a home button. Everything is black. Everything. Stupid piece of shit. Oh, I'm so sick of this goddamn technology.
Can you see us? Can you see us?
No, I can't see anything.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not
well,
at all.
Go ahead, click your power button, like put your phone to sleep, and wake it back up and start the process over again. Okay. I will go ahead and just remove from studio for now, and hopefully she'll be back. And vertical is okay. Vertical is okay. She's shadow banned for sure, y'all. Of anyone who has the most technical problems, we've had technical problems, but there is like someone on her quantum network that is like, you are not going to speak. You are not going to speak.
Oh, my ping last week finally ended up being a problem on Tuesday, and the wife had to call the Spectrum out here to replace the line all the way from the pole to the back of the modem.
Well, that's a big extreme thing. Yeah, she sounds frustrated, nerd. I
Yeah.
would be frustrated too.
That line would have
But
been up there for more than 20 years.
So I guess it just
I would thought you told me 30.
Somewhere, more than 20 years,
more something. Well, it
Yeah.
needed doing. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad you got upgraded there, Joe.
Well, what, you've got that one transformer there that's what, 2 doors down that looks like it's ready to burn itself off the pole.
Yeah, it's burnt off all the paint that was on it, and it glows red at nighttime.
Bronk is saying she always has such difficulty connecting. It's not a coincidence. She finds the truth in the darkest, deepest places and brings it out. She's coming back.
Yeah, she may not
Awesome.
have 100% of the
Stay
truth.
vertical. Stay. Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you now.
You sound
Perfect.
amazing. Stay vertical.
I'm not going to touch it.
Okay, good deal. There's no echo. You are welcome back to the Quantum Show. We were
We
just
don't want
talking
you
about
horizontal again, okay?
right. We were just talking about how you are being so shadow banned right now.
Yeah, really. Something. I tell you
Can
what.
I say?
Call
It's
in the Ian Pulse at Raven's Place. Beep.
unbelievable. And then Facebook wouldn't let me in to get to Messenger to get to the link.
Oh,
And then it
yeah.
had my password, and then I had to go wanted to send a 6-digit code to my phone and
Oh,
back and
all
and
that.
oh,
Yeah, it sounds like somebody screwing with you.
Somebody tried to break
Oh.
into my Facebook lately. Yeah,
Did they?
somebody tried to break into my Facebook, and I had to change my password and everything. Somebody tried to break in, and they tried to get in and change the password, and they sent me the email saying, "Did you request this? If not, let us know." And I was like, "Does this link look legit?" So I inspected it like you're supposed to, and it was okay. Yeah, your tech is infiltrated, Raven. And oh man,
We've gotten hackers try, and then they find out the storms at home.
yeah,
Find
we
out
have
what a mistake that was.
the best of techs on our side. Let me tell you.
I
But-
can't see the chat room though.
Are you on your phone still?
No, I'm on the tablet.
Do you have
Android.
2 columns over on the side? One that says private chat, the other one says comments.
Nope.
You don't see anything on the side?
No,
Is your
no.
screen
That's
maximized? Is your
Where?
What'd you say?
I said that's what I was trying to do earlier when I turned the tablet, longwise so that I could get the chat room, and that's when everything went haywire.
At this point, maybe we just leave it this time.
I think
Yeah.
I
will. The chat.
Sorry.
The chat will be there after the show.
I'm gonna try to monitor it from my laptop here. If this laptop will, it's on its last leg, but maybe it'll cooperate with me.
Okay. But we were
Okay, so
talking
you
about.
here. If you have any free time this week, I need your help, Nathan. Yeah, because I got a meeting with Amy Friday.
Oh, okay. You're doing an interview.
Yeah,
Awesome.
she's gonna be on the radio with me, and I wanted to do the whole YouTube thing, and
She's gonna be on the radio with you.
Will
Yeah.
that
Do
be
it on
with-
StreamYard.
Well, I want to do it at the same time. I want to do it live, do the radio show live on YouTube and on 1-2 Radio.
Did you figure that out already? Because I haven't
No.
figured that out.
No.
maybe Jay?
I'm pretty sure that 1-2 Radio is a closed system that doesn't share. You won't be able to put it on YouTube later or at all.
To do
It's
it like
locked into 1-2 Radio. Unless you
Okay.
have two devices, right? That you I don't even know how to do that. It sounds like 1-2 Radio is locked and closed, and you can't transfer one to the other. Everything we've tried.
It isn't, because there are 2 other people that are able to do that on YouTube at the same time, and they have a room there on YouTube, and they have one on Facebook, and they're broadcasting over the radio. So there is a way to do it. I'll just call.
You might want to call them, ask them what they do,
Yeah.
because I
Sounds
don't
like
know.
2 devices.
Well, yeah.
That'll be a good interview.
Actually, there are videos on YouTube on how to do it.
Oh, brilliant! Excellent. Thank you. Okay.
Echo on radios for 1-2 3 on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, well, You may want to put that in the private chat so I can send it to her on Messenger. Or send it to her on Messenger
Yeah.
so she can get it later.
Yeah.
No, but she's scared of me.
Where do you?
That was a long time ago. That was when I first tried to contact you as a friend, and you were going, "Who are you?"
Else was with the same name. Then when you posted the picture of the dog, then it was like, oh, wait a minute. That's the Joe from Quantum Show. Oh, so then I wrote him. I'm sorry.
Bronklander. We have 2 autistics in this house. We totally get it. You see how dark it is on my side? Oh, yeah. We get it. The bright lights. We don't do it.
Okay, well, we were talking about suppressed technology and who's really suppressing it and why. And we have gone over a bunch of stuff. I am starting to think that it's not aliens. It's not really our government. It's breakaway civilizations that don't want us monkeys coming and messing up their deal.
That's
when you say breakaway civilizations, what are you referring to? Somebody that's operating here on the planet, or
nope,
somewhere
not
else?
Somewhere else. Atlanteans, Aztecs, they just poof, up, disappeared, right?
Yeah.
The people who got away, they took their technology and says, I'm out of here. And now that we're starting to perceive them, and Raven, did you hear any of the first hour?
Yeah, I came in at I missed the first 30 minutes.
Okay, well, I don't remember. I can't remember when you were here, but we're starting to figure out the tools to make these happen, right? And the breakaway civilizations, the Atlanteans, the high-tech people that used...
The ones underground.
Huh?
The ones underground.
Or the ones underground. I think they're extra-dimensional. Yeah, but if I build a UFO, who am I going to meet? Right? Who's going to say, hey, finally, you figured out how to get off the planet? Who's going to come up there? Because in Star Trek, it was the Vulcans. We got Warp 1, Vulcans showed up. It was in a movie and everything. To me, it's real history.
All right.
Yeah, but then...
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm where...
problem, though, don't you think?
What's that?
Had so much movies and that have highlighted how much can go horribly wrong.
Oh,
Not a couple lot said about what can go completely right.
Right. Star Trek is one that can go completely right. Star Trek is the utopia. Star Wars is what to stay away from. Okay, but
both have their root in basic human psychology.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
things
can go horribly wrong. They can't. But what if they go very, very right? You know,
but they,
in manifesting though that you can manifest the absolute best thing happening and it will, or you can manifest, holy cow, it went completely to crap, and it will do that too.
Right, and that's why if you call it a 50-50 shot, right, then someone's going to go and want to play it safe. They keep us in this box, keep us in the prison planet and call it preservation.
Yeah. Well, now let's explore that, because the word prison inspires the thought of caged animals or caged human beings. You know, and like I said earlier, Storm and I both have looked at each other and said, I wonder what the hell we did to get thrown on this rock. And I wonder how much of that isn't just exactly right.
Yeah. There's a guy I'm listening to who says we are in a false, we're in a simulation, but we're in the false simulation. That the actual, well, that's based on the premise that we are multidimensional. But this was hijacked. This one that we're on was hijacked. The Gnostics called it, if I can pronounce it right, Yaldabaoth or Yaldabaoth. Kind of like a satanic type, Luciferian type character.
Hold on a second.
Yaldabaoth or something. Can't say it right. Anyway.
You know how to spell it?
It's okay.
Y.
I thought. YL.
I have nerds saying, are you basing that on a real spelling, or is you sounding it out?
I found it. I will go ahead and just bring up the Wikipedia page and okay. Tell me if this doesn't ring. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to bring up the Wikipedia page. Okay. I'm just going to share it. And I'm going to come up with the next thing. Right? That's it, right? That's it?
That's it. Uh-huh.
Now, imagine how it sounds.
I can't see it. It's not you, Nathan. It's me.
I'm so glad you brought this up. This works in perfectly.
Oh, here we go.
Imagine how it sounds. Imagine now.
Yaldabaoth.
Right? Now, think about what we know of languages. Think of the different kinds of Spanish, the different kinds of things, right? Now think of this.
Interesting.
What do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I even know the thought.
Look at the word, right? Look at how it's spelled. Hear how it sounds. Now, could it be mistranslated or taken from one to another to Ildebath?
Or Yaldabaoth?
Or Ilderbach?
Yeah.
Hello, Quantum Link.
That is an interesting thing because the individual that wrote that book does no research. He uses his own experience.
Do you all see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I do.
Joe, I need a consensus. Joe, you're muted. You're muted. Joe, you are muted. You are still muted. Muted.
There we are.
There we go.
No, I don't agree.
Oh, why?
Okay. Yada, Toda is two different Jewish words. And it would sound very much like this. And that is when they, and a lot of religions use it. It's when they raise their extended hands in worship. YADAHPODAH.
Okay. Joe, I'm not talking about the actual translation of stuff. I'm talking about you hear it. Let me give another example.
They're very
when
similar.
she first said it,
and Yaldabaoth, very similar.
It's very similar. How can you not? Now, I agree. Linguistically, it has a root that is very traceable, right? Where is this traced from? We know where this comes from per the author, okay?
And that's it.
Cannot see this being a totally different unrelated word. And Raven brought it up. And
Yeah,
it
but when
sounds
I heard Raven say it, I was going, "Oh, pray, raise your hands and praise," is what I heard.
Huh.
okay.
Because because of the Jewish words.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I'm going to bring up this comment. Stay chill, right? Okay. This is why I do languages and communication, because I see the patterns from one to other. So does a nerd. Right. Exactly. It could be
Yeah.
if you like, okay, the word, the name, there's a name. I cleaned out an attic one time, helped clean out an attic one time, and the guy's name was, he was a Civil War, like, lieutenant colonel, not a general, but a lieutenant colonel. And it was, oh my gosh, I can't remember. But there were 4 different spellings of this guy's name, but they all sounded exactly alike. And I could trace the difference. And this is what happened, right? Some of them moved to Tennessee, some of them stayed in Texas. Some of them ended up along the way to Tennessee. The ones that went to Tennessee couldn't read or write, but they could talk, but they couldn't read or write. Kimball, his name was Kimball. How many different spellings of the name Kimball are there?
Oh, a half a dozen at least.
The ones in Tennessee, according to the census, spelled it like this, right?
Yeah.
But I physically historically linked this name to those guys, and I verified it. Why is there such a big difference, right? Because we're talking written from people who don't know how to read and write to people who do know how to read and write, and it's kind of a mistranslation, but it's not, because it says the same word. There's that one. There's that one. There's a bunch of different ways to spell that, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
when you have a bunch of people who don't know how to read and write or don't share a common language, those nuances are lost.
Nathan, I'm going to disappear for just a minute.
Okay,
It
I'm
won't be long.
we're in the last quarter, so see you in a bit. I'm going to take her out. Well, no, she'll be fine right there. Okay, I see books. But when you take a group of people or one person who hears something but can't really figure it out, and then relay it to other people, it's going to change. That's part of the dialects, like Spanish from Mexico, Spanish from North Mexico and South Mexico, El Paso Spanish,
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex, whatever, all that stuff. And then go to Puerto Rico. Guess what? It's Spanish, but it's also a different dialect using the same words.
And you won't recognize the language from one to another often, especially from South America.
Brazil, Portugal, right. They call it Portuguese, but it's Spanish derivative. They're all derived from Latin. Okay?
But
So this
Sharon, that's how like Yeshua became Jesus.
right,
the most
right.
different.
All kinds
Exactly.
of different translation,
Mhm.
translation. And
Well, I went to J. There was no J for
there's all kinds of
a long time.
examples of this. Boom! Found another one. This one's for Keith. That's Keith, right? Found another one. I am not backing on. I'll die on this hill, Joe.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna die on this hill because
Nathan, take that hill.
when I see something that strikes a nerve, that hits my networker's little wired heart, right?
Well, it also struck your soul. And
Yeah,
that's where we recognize truth.
I had a rush of adrenaline when I saw that word, I was like, what? What is that?
You know,
I got this.
I was shocked when she said the word. I was going, you know, I haven't heard that since I was studying theology.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, it struck a bunch of nerves up in here.
Yeah,
And
I
For a
totally
bunch of
get
us.
your reason.
see,
Sorry.
Raven, this don't say sorry. I knew you were going to say sorry.
No, I'm not
Raven,
arguing about that.
Nathan and I can argue all day long and then go have a soda together.
Mhm.
Well,
yeah.
he doesn't drink soda anymore, but tea or coffee.
It's not
Right.
an argument. It's an energetic discussion.
Energetic discussion.
Yeah, this
Even
is not.
though I have my hands around his throat.
Several times.
This
He's like the frog and the pelican. He's hanging on.
this YouTube channel is called Archaics, and the gentleman's name is Jason.
Okay.
Check him out. He's a avid researcher, and he has went back and looked at the calendars. He's got the whole Phoenix cycle thing down. I mean, he's absolutely freaking brilliant. Anyway, he says we are in a construct, basically. And this construct was hijacked, from the real one, the organic one. I'll say the organic one.
Original.
He's proved it with these cycles of time and how things and the glitches in the matrix, how you get the Mandela effect. He explained all of that, and it
Does it fit?
makes sense.
Does it fit?
Yes, it does.
Because my kid's hair is long again.
Interesting. Yeah. There's some new
Nobody's
Mandela.
hair grows like that.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Yeah. There's some.
And if it does, I hope I got some.
I'm trying to remember what they were. There were some new ones. Really, really recent new Mandela effects they were talking about yesterday.
We were doing the song that never ends, because you'll find the words online never ends. You'll see the video doesn't end.
Yeah, it's a whole different set of lyrics. And we don't remember those. And God, we were subjected to that damn thing
Every day.
every day. No effect I've got, so I don't like it.
It was the end of the show every single day.
And my kid would watch that thing, and I'm like, please, God, make it stop.
One of them was like Publishers Clearinghouse. There is no Publishers Clearinghouse where Ed McMahon delivered big cardboard checks with balloons and a cameraman and all that.
Did.
Yeah, you're talking.
He did.
He did, though. Yeah.
I just find this, and you wonder why some of us are half nuts, but it's not us. It's somebody's fiddling with the knobs again.
Yeah.
You finally get a clear picture, and somebody moves the antenna and the foil around it.
Right. That's kind of what's happening. So I did some research into Project Looking Glass. And what's interesting is when you Google that, you get a bunch of, I don't understand what it is, but it's not the Project Looking Glass from the government remote viewers.
Okay.
And
I didn't mean to skip over this comment from Bronklander. He says, if I had to summarize it in a couple of sentences to a very bright child, there you go. I think you're talking about the language, the misinterpretation of the language, going from verbal to written to verbal again and back to written.
Or translated.
Right. Someone's going to hear it and they're going to spend it. They're going to spell it differently.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Webster's dictionary has only existed for what, Joe? About 150 years?
Yeah.
If that long. So I mean, before it was open season. You could spell
yeah,
things any way you got ready to.
yeah, and that Webster's is a standard. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Raven. I didn't want to skip over comments, as they happen.
Woo Writers got it right. Yeah, yeah. Jason Bashir's, that's his name. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with him too. Cool. Yeah. Check him out.
I need to check him out because when I hear someone say he's a whistleblower,
No,
I
that's
don't know.
this Jason Bashir.
He's not the whistleblower he's talking about. Oh, okay.
He's
I've heard-
the whistleblower is
What's up?
Say again.
I'm looking at the chat up here. Hold on a second. Jason Sands is who the whistleblower is, and Jason Bashir's is the one that's of Archaics that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, two different Jasons we're talking about here at the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes people get mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many people in Hollywood look like each other. You can imagine it's very like that on YouTube and others.
Here's the Mandela effect that convinced me that this whole thing is real and there's something to it. Is I believe it's Isaiah 11:66, I think. The Lion and the Lamb. It's a very popular Christian icon, right?
Yeah.
Go to any Christian bookstore, you're going to see.
It's the lion and it's something. The wolf and the lamb.
And now they have the wolf and the lamb, and it's always been the lion and the lamb. The lion is the symbol of the king.
Check it out. I have a Bible from 1894 from Ireland, and I went and looked it up to see. I thought, well, surely this thing is old enough. If they changed it recently in the publishing, didn't say anything, okay, I can see where that would happen. But when that Bible from 1800s says the wolf and the lamb, I got goosebumps, and it freaked my shit out.
Okay.
Like, holy cow.
Say that part again. But what convinced you that we're in? Start that again.
Okay, there's a passage in Isaiah 11, I believe it's 66, that talks about when the lion layeth with the lamb.
Right.
And I'm sure you've probably seen that image. It's very popular. Sometimes whatever, but it's very popular in Christian art. Okay. Now, when you go to this Isaiah 11:66, it says the wolf and the lamb.
In the old Bible.
No, all Bibles, even my old one. Even my one
in
1894.
all of them. They
You're
managed
talking about reality.
What? Both were talking at the same time. What?
Wibbly wobbly. You're talking about some Doctor Who shit now. Doctor Who covers this. Doctor Who covers this for sure. And how do I remember that? How do I remember it? It didn't happen. How do I remember it? But it did happen because I remember it. But it didn't happen. Jumping on the interstates. Jumping on the interstates right here. What?
The problem is, at least for me, is I cut my teeth on this stuff. I have studied this stuff most of my life, and it was always the lion will lay with the lamb.
Yeah.
And for her to come up with wolf and lamb, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I think there's some wibbly wobbly stuff going on here, where things are being changed it
has to do with the timelines.
Right. This is where our Keith and I have a bone to pick, and we will always have this bone to pick until there is no more bone, until the bone disintegrates. time cannot be changed. You can't go back in time.
But
Yes,
you
you
can have.
can.
I
Yeah.
I
We're proving-
disagree with him, right?
They're proving scientifically more and more every single day.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Backwards travel is going to be the easiest to do because the route is set.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's if
But-
it's we're dealing with energy, then yeah, I have a feeling I have started. I got to remember to do this. I've started sending myself energy to tomorrow and to yesterday and tomorrow of that day and
Really?
yesterday, meaning today. If I can remember to do it, it's one of those. It's a meditation technique. It's not weird, but it's been around for quite a while. I want to say not like ancient, quite a while, but at least since spiritualism in the
Is this a
1890s. Huh?
Is it a
Well,
Buddhist?
It's not Buddhist. No, it's like
No.
spiritual.
No, but it's spiritual, and I've always used it more like in the sending of energy to the past me was more like forgiveness for the past me and to allow that to let go.
Right, but you know what? Here's
Present me and the future me are not affected.
right. Here is my this is an idea I had I had this idea when I was a teenager, right? That we are the time machine and we are literally going through time right now, but we're going like Keith and I are on the same page up to now, right? The now is where we are now. And where we were doesn't exist except energetically, right? But physics
Well,
is
our
already
memory,
telling us what?
our memory.
Wait, yes, but there's more. Okay, we can. And I had this crazy, crazy dream one time that I was in. Now Nashville. I know y'all don't know the city here, right? But Nashville has been growing since forever. Okay, and the way it is now, you have another town. It's connected to Nashville now. It's like a neighborhood, Madison. Okay, Madison wasn't always part of Nashville. It was separated by all the woods and the undeveloped areas. Okay, but now it's Madison, Nashville. You say Madison, Nashville.
Well, it's like
And-
old Messiah and Cruces.
Right. It's
You
one.
know.
It's right.
It's one
right.
town now, but at that
Mhm.
time years ago. But old Messiah existed before Las Cruces did.
Right. But okay, you get the. Here's the dream that I had. I had a dream. I went to 1977. I didn't know what was going on, right? This was teenage years. I was in my blue jean jacket. And I got on a bus, and it was an old bus, coins, okay? Way old bus, coins, and a ticket. They didn't even give me tickets in the past 20 years, okay? And I went to my old house, and I didn't approach anyone, but I saw myself in the yard playing in my mom's garden just like I fucking did in real life when I was 4 years old, okay? When I was 3 and 4 years old, I was in my mom's garden playing around and people walking up and down the street. I probably was one of them. And it was like I took the bus. I don't know how I landed in Madison, but I was in Madison. And it was just like people say, I just knew 1977. It's 1977. And I went to a Dairy Queen restaurant. Dairy Queen ain't been in Tennessee until recently for 50 years, okay, or 40 years. But they were here in 1977. So was Whataburger before they came back. And it wasn't the Whataburger that we know. It was Whataburger with black letters, right? It was just black letters. They were here in Nashville, but they cleared out. They went to Texas. I didn't go to Whataburger. I went to Dairy Queen, and they had the old ass cash registers, the mechanical cash register. You didn't see numbers. It didn't show you numbers. You trusted the lady on the other side. They should. And I don't know. I got a milkshake or something that Dairy Queen has always had, like ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have hamburgers back in the day. It was Dairy Queen. And I went on this bus from Madison, and it was a city bus. It was still like Metro, okay? So that hadn't changed. But I had a backpack. I don't remember anything about the backpack. It was like a satchel bag. And I went back and I saw myself playing in my yard when I was 3, 4 years old. And I saw my mom looking at me like, because, protective of strangers, obviously. And Nashville's always been kind of, frontier town. So, yeah,
Well, they're not
it actually
necessarily
happened.
friendly.
Huh?
Tennessee's not necessarily friendly. It's congenial, but it's not friendly.
Right. Especially in the city. Okay. But I remember being on the same hill. I remember this is in the late 70s, right? In my mind, it was 77. I would have been, or 79. I would have been 2 or 4 years old, playing in the garden, digging up potatoes. And that's what I saw. And I was just like it was the coolest, freakiest up to that point dream I'd had until the coffee and a book, right? And that's for another show. Okay. That's for another show. That was
Yeah.
more like a contactee experience.
So do you
Looking back
think
on it.
you did a time slip?
Yep, I do. I think I did. And I think I did it energetically because we are all energy. If we are all energy, then we can do it. And we are the time machine. All right, y'all, it's been 2 hours.
Wow.
How was that? How
fast.
was that? And this is another hill I'm going to collect on dying. Okay. Oh, I'm going to dial down now. The coffee's caught up to me and the water is helping.
Okay.
Okay. Brunklander is, on topic. Thank you. I'm convinced something is changing in our reality and we're remembering reality, just not the same one we're in. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Correct.
that's what we've been exploring for several shows, really,
Yeah.
between the gas cap, the kid's hair,
Gas cap,
and the rest of it.
kids' hair, jumping on the interstate. Joe disagrees with all of it. We're nuts. That's okay.
Huh? I don't disagree with all of it.
Okay.
I might disagree with what I heard her say, but
Okay. But
uh,
yeah, I don't
And-
know if there's an
Yeah.
external force doing it, but
Yeah.
okay, 2012,
Right.
and
Somehow it's happening.
the year
There is an-
2000 and the year 2012, okay, they both had major events that should have been extinction level events. A deflected fucking sunburst? What? How does that happen?
Yeah, and the prediction for the same.
Yeah.
When the Aztec calendar predicted it'd be the end
Yep.
of it,
Mayan
they could translate of it.
age. It was just an
That's this part of the show.
that it's the end of an age, and it's when a lot of people on the planet started to wake up. There was a wake up event.
Yeah. I can, 15 years ago, we were doing hazy radio, and nearly every psychic and medium on there was very, very concerned about a change in the energy.
Yeah.
Whether it was a positive thing or not, they were concerned about it because they felt that it would change everything. And here we are, and it has. So
Yeah. And it seems like with all the public political stuff happening, they're trying to keep us back on that other road, the dark road. I refuse it. I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to participate in the dark road. I'm gonna do my own thing with my own tools. This monkey's getting out of the cage. Okay, I'm gonna go see who's out there, and I'm gonna say, "Will y'all please send me a distress signal button so I can push that button? Give it to my buddy here.
come and pick me up.
distress call on. Is this thing working? You know,
Instead of beam me up, Scotty, it's gonna be beam me up, Nathan.
anywhere, anybody.
Oh, I don't think you want to ask for that.
No, not anybody.
No, definitely not. But
Okay, well, y'all, yeah, this is, you know what?
Now, it depends on who you believe, because from what, I know, the 22 life forms I know, they can all relate genetically to each other.
Okay,
And we're offspring.
yeah,
okay.
I've heard that we
In one
have
form or another.
different.
Yeah. Unlike Keith with
Mhm.
his.
He has his own view of it.
We're gonna
But-
have to talk about
No.
that more, Joe. You might have to come on the first hour and just do a plain straight up interview
Mhm.
and talk about that if you're up to it. We can even do a pre-record and I do a premiere. We don't have to do it live. We can do it recorded.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and y'all. It's been
It'd
over
be
2 hours. Yeah,
Huh?
I would love to hear it. We have hit on. I've still got to tell y'all about the coffee and reading contactee experience. I don't think I've ever done it in this format. I think I might have come on the show, but it was before I had the hour and then 2 hour format. I may have to go over that one again. Yeah, here we go. See, you got someone following you, Joe. I'd like to see Joe expound on that and just talk about it.
Why
All
not?
right, motion.
No. There's plenty of room for as many ideas and opinions as we can put together to come up with some idea of
Yeah.
what
Well, mine's
going
not just ideas. And they're not mine.
Okay, well, hey, just because you found truth doesn't mean you didn't have to. You
I
found it.
found a truth, a path of truth,
Right.
not the truth.
Well, that's what do we call it? Quantum.
You gotta start somewhere.
That's the most quantum thing I've heard since I said something. Since the last thing we just said, right? That's the most quantum thing I've heard since the last thing we just said. Not me, but anybody. Okay.
No, that's the reason I stay off of his program when he's talking about the aliens.
Right. Well, we should do what we do here, right?
Yeah.
We discuss. That's why I like to have Keith come on, because we can discuss it without arguing, without having heart attacks and strokes and high blood pressure, and we could just discuss things, and then we could talk about food or Monty Python or cats or
Use the whole business.
basketball buttons, and stuff like that. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Leaving on an extremely high note. Going to take it off the air, take it backstage, and maybe do some tech work. I don't know. Raven, you're the most shadow banned person here. You know that?
Hey, and she's not even near that water tower. That's not a water tower out in the middle of the
Right.
desert.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, but
it's been a good show. Been a real good show.
I love, you know what? This is something we could go over and over again, right?
Mhm.
I could go over and over again because we got different, these like really do talk about the different, who's doing it, right? Is it the super rich? That means controlled. That's the prison. Does it protected? Who's protecting who? First of all, are we being protected? I think we
in
are.
the playpen.
Well, go back to 2022 and look at that solar eruption.
Right.
We
And-
we didn't have the technology supposedly.
Yeah. Guess who
So-
covered that? Stargate covered that. Stargate covered that. It's in an episode. It wasn't Earth, but it was Stargate. They did that. And like, are we being preserved? Are we the raw, untouched specimens? And we're to be kept that way? or are we being
Are we the
told-
gifted child?
No, manipulated, just like the axioms in our brains. You know,
See, we need to
human.
talk more about that. We need to talk more about that. Are we
Oh
the
my
monkeys
goodness.
that are afraid of the tools? Right? Are we being told this is evil, this is bad, this can't happen? So, and then it's like, I love this. This is my favorite one so far. This has been my favorite show so far because we can go in so many directions, and we have, and we still could if we wanted to. Prison, protected, preserved, Earth.
Or
Add harvested to that.
what the heck?
Love it, love it. See, okay,
Odin.
okay, y'all.
We
I'm
heard
a-
from Odin.
I'm gonna take us offline. Thanks everybody in the chat for coming by. I know I said that 3 minutes ago that we're in. I'm in the show, but I'm gonna go ahead and start pushing buttons now. Joe, Raven, Lynn, thank you for coming on. This has been a hell of a discussion. I love it, and we are keeping it quantum on the Quantum Show. Thanks everybody. Watch for the description in the show to change because I have new notes. I have things to add. And go subscribe to Larry's link. It'll be in the description too. Larry, sell your phones. It's all good. He has 3 videos on his page, and I'm gonna just bring it back up. You know what? Y'all can just hold off on the
Dude,
on the
we
goodbye.
love you, man. Come back. You
Yeah,
know?
I commented on his channel, but I'm going to show you the 3 videos on his channel. Okay.
There's my fuzzy wuzzy pudding pie.
Yeah, and she's left Mama for some reason.
Okay.
Usually doesn't.
Now I'm going to show you what he has. Now there are literally 3 shorts on his page, right?
Uh-huh.
Now I can't zoom that in anymore, but let me read you the titles. Join T-Mobile today. Skip. Larry's Productions. It's about Larry's product specialist IT promotional. That's number 2. The 3rd video he has is Ancient Astrological Calendar Simplified. He's quantum. 3
Yeah,
videos.
guarantees it.
That's quantum, and he shows up.
Yeah.
He shows up at my show.
He looks
Bunch
like
of
he's
witches
been
talking.
He looks like he's been messing with 369.
Okay, is that not quantum? Because I think it is.
That is quantum.
That's
How?
That's
What are
Tesla.
the odds? That and what are the odds that he shows up at this show trying to sell a cell phone when he has 3 videos and 1 is totally in our ballpark? And I might get him to do some promotions for me. I don't know.
Hey,
But-
it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, he
Oh,
showed up.
he came to talk to us again after we teased him.
Yeah, he showed up, and when I say you're here because the universe sent you here, I mean it. It's real. And when I investigate this guy, his public persona, he's quantum. All right, guys, we're out of here. Links will be in the description after the show. Going to take us offline. And again, thanks guys for coming and being on the panel. This was a great panel.
My
This was
pleasure.
an amazing panel. All you Black Ops people watching, you better like and subscribe or send me to your superiors. Send this video to your
So
superiors.
you owe me one.
Put it up the chain. What is it? Stick it in the can and put it through the tubes. I don't know. What do they say? I'm making shit up now.
You're getting punchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Y'all keeping it quantum. Pushing buttons.
Good night, all.
night
night.
all.